check this out. This original file, you see how blurry? And this is after upscale and enhancement. Look on this. Okay, before, after, before and after. This is crazy. Look on this. Look on the resolution before and after. Wow. For my many years working in video production, I test a lot of video enhancers and video upscalers. And when is a new player come on the market, I'm kind of skeptical because many of them claim to do magic, but in reality, they never achieve that. They never do any good job. So when AIArty pop up on my radar, I was quite a bit skeptical because it seems like, oh, it's too good to be true. Well, what I did, I put this to the test. And let me show how I done test. I create original footage, 4K, right here, shot on a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 with 10 bit. So it's a nice footage. And reason is actually why I'm using this footage, because you can see it's a Utah Canyon, it's Utah parks, and we have the beautiful rocks here. The reasons why I select rocks, because they create this teeny tiny grain. And I done with footage, I usually shrink it down. So for example, this is 4K footage. I shrink down to 720p. And as you shrink, you can see it's become blurry. So you see, it is a lot of details done. They're gone. Because if we just upscale, details is not there. So our upscale need to be truly AI, need to be truly good to add those details, because it don't exist. Next, of course, I add some grain to the sky, damage to the line, and see how it will work, how it will denoise work, what it can remove it. Well, and it's not just one resolution. Actually, I created a lot of different files with 720, 1080, 1920, all this interplay, progressive, non-progressive, all these different formats. I add additional even grain over this to see how it will remove or what it can do. And even better, I also use a Topaz AI to upscale by using Starlight, because I want to just see how the Topaz stand against this new AIArty. And if you watch my previous videos, you probably saw that from the test, Topaz almost always end up on the top of the upscaling. Well, we'll come back to this test and I'll show you precisely what's going on here and how they perform versus all this test case. But before this, let's look a little bit closer. When I look closer on the AIArty, I found several features that make that application more attractive to me and hopefully to you as well. One, it's standalone application. You just need go, download it, install on your machine. Don't need internet connections. It's ready run anytime. Well, the next thing that was nice, it is a free trial. Many times now applications, you actually need to pay money before you even try it. And it's ridiculous. It's like buying cat in a bag. You never know what is there. So right here, you can go download it, free trial, install it, test all my files if you need it, and see for yourself. It's what I tell, it's true. It's the best way to do, put it hands-on application, try by yourself. And other things is actually even better. Beside that, it is when we go to buy now. So let me look on the pricing here. If you're familiar with other applications like Topaz AI, I think it's a $299, and then you need to pay like $100, I think, every year to upkeep up to date. It's like maintenance fee. In some cases, it's, let's say, it's almost like your monthly fee only put together for here. So this is, you have two licensing for video. One, it's similar to this, it's except it's way cheaper. So you just buy one applications and then you have a free update for 1 year. That's standard. You want more, you update more. However, they have another versions which is make much more attractive to me. It's a lifetime license. So it's meaning I'm paying only $165. It's already cheaper than Topaz AI, but this has come with lifetime upgrade, so you don't need to pay any yearly to be sure you're up to date with latest models. You just pay once and it's constantly update. I know a few other great applications that do the same way, and you know what, they still be there. They're very competitor and they create great. One of them which actually we speak, it is DaVinci Resolve. Yes, example, it's a free. I paid one license. It is free with all upgrades for the life of applications. So it's not that unusual, and company can do it. It just tell you if company too greedy or not. Well, and next things, it's actually UI of the applications. First, when I open UI, I feel right at home because it is very familiar. They don't try overdo or create something stand out, which is reduce usability of applications. To me, it feels like engineers who develop this, they'll look on many different applications, see how it's work, what is benefit, what is can be improved, and they did this. And it's truly improved because first, it's a very simple tool. As you look, you come here, you can see before and after. It's performed incredibly fast. I mean, seriously, the upscale, when you move it here, you move and you can see how fast it's already, you can preview of quality. So besides this is very familiar, we go back and forward. Next, on the bottom, notice right here, you don't have a just slide with like in other applications. Normally you have a timeline here. This is, you have a different files and you can very fast, you can see how fast it's work. You can switch between all these different files as you work on multiple resolutions, or maybe you work on a batch file. So this is, I do like addition of this because for me, it's a work very good on this. And next on the right side, we have here our selections of the different models we can work with, different upscale stuff. And I like also they have it only 3 models. So problem with some applications when you're going and you see they have it maybe 8, 9, 20 different upscale models. And I understand why they try to do this. They try to provide for you flexibility and more kind of touch to one specific area. But for me, sometimes get confusion because which model I should use. And one is I try using, but it's come up and says it's a legacy old model. Why you even have there? You know, when you have it minimalistic, just models are designed for this, and they're all up to date. It's all what you needed. Like right here, you have it more details, and we'll look on this. It just increase details, add more details when you do it. Smoothness, remove some noise. Super video, upscale. I mean, very straightforward. And by the way, if you have questions, you can go right here. If you click on this question mark, they explain what is every model does. And important things as we look on the model, you can notice right here, it says diffusion and gain. It's a hybrid model. And that is what makes it different when you see in a test in this versus other upscales. The reasons why gain is one type of a upscale, which is work great on a large size objects, make a good contrast line, sharpness, all this stuff. But when we work with this, you start losing details. The problem is when you upscale, if it's nothing there, you just fill up with similar colors, but you don't have details. Diffusion models, it's what you see using in many images generating and other things when it can create details from the noise. Yes, it's uploaded noise on the top, and by removing noise, it can add extra details, which is make it is look more natural, and in some cases even better than original image. Well, and also if you look on other like super video and other things, or noise reductions, like right here you can have smoothness, it's using diffusion. That makes sense because if you have a noise on your video, what is better, remove noise by using diffusion, remove noise. It's will look natural and it's work the best about this. But this is explaining about all of these models. You can read more if you're interested by yourself, but it is simple, nice to use. Also above you can see I'm using RTX 3090 video card, so yours will be displayed here. Down below there we have it upscale, and you have it normal. You can select your different upscales and preset upscales, which is make much easy for you to know what format you want it, included custom resolution if you need it. Down below you have a turbo. This is very interesting options. You already notice how fast when I switch, how fast it is performed to upscale, and I can actually compare with other ones brand, and you can see how long it here. It's done. It's doing very fast already, but it can do even faster when you start rendering. With turbo mode, you do require GPUs, and if you don't have it, you can go to settings and click on hardware check. right here, it's actually tell you if you have it and you support it, like right there, you can see it showing everything is up to date and good. So in this case, I can use it turbo mode, and it's actually generated fast. I mean, seriously, it's you don't want to actually run some other stuff because it take all power of your GPUs, but it's perform quite a bit fast. Example, if I used like Topaz AI with a Starlight AI on my computer for the same time of video, like right here, same length of video as here, and it's what, 1 minute. It took me 1 hour 30 seconds, 30 minutes. 1 hour 30 minutes take me to upscale that image what test here to 4K. Example here, it took me about 15 minutes. You can see how huge different, and I'll show you quality after. Sometimes I kind of seriously, I don't know how they're doing this. Okay, so next things what I like it is edit. The many times when I work with other applications, they come up with this problem. One, or they put it too much inside. It's like try to create jack of all trades, but in reality it does everything mediocre. It doesn't. Well, you know, if you have it your barber, you go to the haircut, you don't want barber to make a sandwich to you at the same time. Something does not work together. But I notice some services try to, and mostly it's common on the web one, but they try to put everything possible there, which does not even relate it. I like tool when it's designed to do one thing and does it well. So in this case, it's what's happening right here. All things what is right here, it's a minimalistic, but it's specifically what you needed just for that. It does have some applications that combine different tools and work well, but it's only handful. It's very few applications who can do this. But in this case, that is a big plus. And look right here, we have it edit, and it's not like edit. You can go and edit, you know, cuts and all the stuff. Edit. No, this is edit in a more way like you're shifting, cropping in, you know, if you have old footage, you maybe cut border off. So this is allowed you to create an image better to what you want to upscale. So this very basic, but very needed this edit. Down below, we have the frame interpolations, and this is using diffusion frame interpolation. So it's meaning many old ones use it blending. It's meaning they take one image, second, and kind of overlay one below. And what's happening when they do blending, you look and it's look like sharp blur image, kind of weird ones. Here is sharp on every image, so perfect for frame interpolations. And frame interpolations is when you increase amount of frames. For example, in AI, when you do video AI example, you may do 12 frames per second. Usually when you watch, you want to have a 24 frames, or I have a 24 frames footage, but I'm using one mix with 30 frames footage, so I maybe want to increase that. It's many different steps, you know, you can do it, but here you can use the frame interpolations. And this is actually a big plus, which missing in my favorite other upscale program. It is audio denoise or processing audio. Problem is with other ones, when I process audio not included, I need to put it in the editor, add audio, all this stuff. Here we have it audio in this, and it's processing. And down below we have it export settings. Not overwhelmed, but very nice settings. So we have it MP4 MOV. We also have it, notice on the compression, we have it H.264, which is good for 1080p, and we have it 265, which is more designed for 4K, which is kind of nice. We have two of those compressions, and of course video codecs if you need it, or audio codecs if you need it to include audio. Simple, good, same like right here. You can specify what you want to export, batch, or other things. I mean, it is streamlined tool. It's tool to produce a nice upscale, and it's done. So this is what we overview on this. Maybe in the future I'll have it more in details, you know, just how it can tweak, but generally it is knife that's designed to cut. It's all. It's a perfect tool, or hammer just for this. So does very good job. Okay, now let's go back to our DaVinci Resolve, and we'll look on the footage. Just to refresh in your mind what's happening, I have here 4K footage. It's shot on DJI Osmo Pocket 3 with 10-bit video. So it's a shadow highlights, and I just put it inside here. I did use it a lot for DJI because I usually shot with flat for better dynamic range. And this is my test file right here. You can see it's 4K. Let me zoom out. And this is specifically I decide to use this, I'll say it's have it nice highlights, shadows, very overshooting, have it sky for the grain for us, have it rocks for small details, and also if you look right here, we have it this beautiful, handsome, and very humble guy. So I can see how it will compression work with the faces, because if you notice some applications separate, this says, oh, if you have it portrait, you need to use it this upscaler. If you have it this, you need to use it different upscaler. So different type of upscaler kind of train on different. Right here we had only one type of scale, well, three, but generic, they don't distinguish between. So I want to be sure that upscaler that work good on the rocks, trees, work okay on a people. And it's this tiny footage, 1 minute footage. It's kind of have it all of them. The one thing mentioned that YouTube do have it on compression when I upload videos. They're not truly in a 4K or other resolution, actually putting them a little bit down. And because of that, I will provide some link down below if you're interested with some of the footage you can test by yourself and compare. So that's probably better so you can see real what is going on here. Okay, let's go get closer. So what's happening here? This is our original 4K footage. And you'll notice right here, I have it 720, so I took it 4K. I shrink it down and save as 720 or 1080, add grain and bunch of stuff, and after test it. And it's kind of says in name, if you look right here, it says full resolution 4K, above says 720, 480, it's 35 millimeters, it's a grain, add 35 millimeters, scratch and grain, and it's resize it. Above, I run through AIArty, 720, 30, scratch resistance, super video, so upscale to the a little bit higher. So let's look right now what's going on. This is footage, and you can see definitely different. Yes, this is our 4K, and this is 720. So if we come, let me go look, maybe right here, we can look a little bit closer. So what's happening if we look on 4K, you can see this grain. Yes, you can see these detalizations. When we shrink on 720, we lost some of this detalization. They just, by resolution, it's not there. So you can see they're all gone there. So when we start upscaling, we want to be sure that it's AI new models which analyze image can say, hey, it's a grain, let me add in a noise, add a grain, add sender. It won't be exactly the same as in original. Well, it never does because information is not there, and AI will need to recreate from kind of looking on an image. Close enough, but it won't be exactly the same. And of course, the older upscaler that does not use a diffusion model or does not use any new AI, they won't even do this. They just will work with a contrast. They try to increase contrast, sharpness, some different ways, but it won't work. Okay, so right here, and let's look. This is our upscale. So look on this. We did lose some resolution because, of course, it is not there. But look on this before and after. I mean, if you look like on the plants, even right here, let's go right there. Okay. Before and after, look how huge different it is. Like right here on this mountain, see, or on this rock. Look at this rock. Before and after, it's a huge difference. Well, you know what? Let's compare with original. So this is original. This is after upscale. Of course, this is upscale to 1080. This is not even upscale to 4K. So it's only upscale to 1080 at this time because I want to just see how it's performed. But you can see it's performed actually very well. It did a very good job on upscaling. And I'm comparing to 4K right now. I'm comparing to this original footage. So, and this is, you can see it's going right there. Okay, let's go look on a face right there. This is my original. And this is, okay, this blur. Look on this beard. This is what worked from. So it did not work from 4K. It's worked from this file. And this is what did. I mean, it's very impressive. I mean, seriously, how it did. It performed very well, on my opinion. Again, from 720, from this to perform this. And of course, compared to original to 4K, we do lost some resolution. Well, this is one of the tests. Let's go look on another ones. So we're going to right here, and I want to go just to look on a sky. So this is original, and if we look on a sky right there, this is grain. I mean, if you look on this grain right there, see it's kind of going grain. It's a film, 35 millimeters grain, and sometimes you may have it grain also on VHS and all tapes or other reasons. So let's see how it will remove. It's have its smoothness right here, and after look on this, the grain is gone. I mean, seriously, it's no grain there. Okay, let me move out slightly. So you can see it's absolutely grain is gone. Okay, and this is just default values. I did not adjust anything. So this is on a grain. I mean, it did a very good job. So our next one, okay, right here, this is from increasing from 1080p to 4K. So we done some upscaling, and here's our original. Okay, right there. Okay, let's move it out so you can see this is our original rocks right here. Okay, this is we shrink to 1080p. Something harder to see because we lost some of this resolution, but what is most impressive, upscale from 1080p to 4K. And we can see right here, so it's what usually in my name, AIArty from 1920 1080 resize. It's used video, more models to 4K, more details to 4K. So it's tell what I was using, and you can test this and check this one. This is the 4K, and this other one 4K upscale. I think upscale is actually did even more details add. See, before not very sharp. Look how blurry here. Okay, and after. See, before, after. It does. It's created a little bit sharper image, which is kind of very interesting. And if we look like on my face, okay, let me go right here. Let's go. Where's that? There you go. There's our guy. Okay, right here, I think. Look on the beard. Okay, this is original. Look how much it's changed. It's actually add quite a bit sharpness to this. I'm really impressed what it did. Actually, you can see it's actually upscale look better than original 4K. Okay, before and after. Okay, let's go right here. Oh, look on the size. Before and after. You can see it's adds sharpness. Like, look before right there on my super scratches. Yeah, before and after. Whew. It did actually a very good job on that one, and of course it's add details because it does utilize. And the next one we have it full resolution, and I want to compare. So what's happening here? I was utilizing Topaz AI, and I uploaded, and for the Topaz AI I was using the upscale with a Starlight model. So it's when we're going here, and we can kind of going right there. You can see Starlight Mini is what I was using, and this is a version that work with a new diffusion kind of model with the AI model on your local computer. So this is what I was using. It's not the best. If you want the best, you probably want to go to full versions, but it will require export to the cloud and use it some credits to upscale through there. So I wasn't using my goal test was on my machine, same because AIArty is a standalone on my own computer, so it's the reason why I done this way. And this is how perform. How I say this will take about 1 hour 30 minutes. Take quite a bit time to create it. And here's what's happening. So this is original. This is from 720. Let's go look on. Oops, right here. Look on the upscale. I honestly sometimes think I may did something. I need to rerun a bunch of tests because I ran a couple times, and both times it's actually did not come up very good at all with Starlight. Look at this. It's almost like double things going on. And I understand, because if we look on original footage, And remember, our original footage, it will look like this. Yes, this is our original footage, what I was using test on. And if we're going back here, so we have it. And if we look here, yeah, it does look like that original footage, yes, but it's have this double hosting and other things which produce. Well, let's compare how perform versus AIArty. So in this AIArty, look on this. This is original 4K. This is AIArty. Crutch, resize, and if you think I done something wrong, put it comments below. Let me know. But I would recommend go and try by yourself. Seriously, just go right there, download it, free trial. I'll put a link down below for you so you can try for yourself and see if you get a different result. But it was very impressive for me, the quality upscale. I like I said before, I was really skeptical about this upscaler, but I think I may have it new application that I like, that I'm going to use it for video enhancement and upscaling. Well, so far it's performed better than any other one I was testing, which I personally really surprised. Did not expect that. Well, how about this? Link down below. You go download it by yourself. You try it. Let me know what you think. What do you come up with kind of result? And just put comment down below. And we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.